What's up, Red Devil Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, back at Tavern 26. Cannot thank Dan Dahl, Mike Sharp, and their staff for being your home of Campbell Memorial Athletics all season long here on YSN. Really excited about that. The football team will open up Friday night, 7 o'clock, John Napick Field, Campbell Memorial Stadium. I'm going to say it before we get started. Probably make some people mad. The best stadium in our area.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
Absolutely.
Glad to be joined by Campbell Memorial Athletic Director Stacie Cepin. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Steve, for having us.
Let's talk. It's the nicest stadium around.
Absolutely.
The turf, the stands, the atmosphere.
I mean, even growing up here, just being able to be a part of that, and then over the last, 20-some years and some of the improvements that we've made in district and in our stadiums and our facilities, by far. I mean, you come up that hill and it just pops.
It's right there. The lights are on.
Yeah, you're in.
I love the
City.
look at night when you're riding. If it's wherever you're coming from, you could see the Soup City
680,
lights.
you could see those
There's
lights.
no question. So my first question. How exciting is it for you to be the hometown girl and you've been all over. You had a great basketball career. You've been to come back. What impresses me the most about you to come back home, give back to a school that you care about, give back and be part of families that you've known your whole life. Was that the draw? How special was that for you?
Absolutely. I mean, I grew up here. Again, like you said, there's families here that I know, people I went to school with, their kids are, over here in our crowd tonight. So it is special. I have had a lot of great experiences in my, career that have brought me to different places around this country. But to circle back to
it
where
always comes back here.
Oh, it's a great feeling just to be able to give back to the place that raised me, and just exciting to see all the things happening, especially to our kids and our community. I love to be a part of it. It's special. Just a special place in my heart, and to be able to, this is,
be part of it. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stacie Cepin, the athletic director here at Campbell, Tavern 26, your home of 20. That is, we talked off air, and this is one of the favorite things that I get a chance to do, these shows. I can't thank DJ and Brian and Quinn running the show here for all they do. You get a chance to actually sit down and talk to people. And it's no disrespect to anything that anybody else does, but those are a minute or 2 minute burps for you to see players, cheerleaders, and folks. I'll say this now before she answers. We will have soccer players. We will have volleyball seniors. We will have cheerleaders. That's what I love to do, to get down and get to know people, how they represent a community. For you as the athletic director to see this turnout, it's special.
It's great. And the one thing about being part of our community, and we're not a very large community, but being able to be in this position, it's a different lens than like when I was coaching, but I still can create the relationships between, myself and the coaches and the kids. I know all of our kids. I know all of them. I'm able to have conversations. Their input is important to me. It's a fun place to be back, and exciting. We have a great turnout tonight.
Absolutely. It's going to get better.
Yeah,
they're going to win some football games. We're beating St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yes.
There, I'll say it first, because Quinn's actually going to be on the call of the game, so the pressure will all go to him. But
I don't want to say anything.
No, I'll say it for you. We're going to beat St. Thomas. We won't. I don't think that's billboard material. But I remember when I talked to Dan, and I came in here. I come here an awful lot from the park and eat dinner, and the food's fantastic. The service fantastic. And I mentioned to him, I have something I want to throw to you. And he said, what's that? I said, I'd like for you to be the home of Campbell Memorial Athletics. I think highly of what you do, of a Ken Turpak that I've known my whole life, of guys. There's so many people from Campbell that I still have bonds with that I don't see daily, but you can go back 40 years and we could rattle off names of star-studded people and his first response was absolutely yes. I want to give to my community. When I told you the news and how we would do this, how did you react to that?
Oh, it's great. And we thank Dan and his staff, and we thank you guys for covering us. And you can see again by the turnout tonight.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
And just great support. I mean, they support all of our teams. It's a great location in our town. They have a wonderful,
Outside
yeah,
patio,
they have a nice
outside
patio
bar. It's a
outside.
football
It's a
haven,
great
yeah.
night tonight. This is a great spot for people to go to before and after games. So, very thankful, very blessed that we're able to be here and you guys to cover
Well, we're
us.
glad
and
to have
the
you.
support.
Absolutely. All right, so take me into YSN Nation. I saw Stacie's calendar. That's a pretty heavy. I thought my calendar was like, how exciting. And you go to every. I know. I've seen you at baseball. I've seen you at softball. I've seen you at track. People don't understand how hard it is to be an athletic director nowadays. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's just different. You have to be able to sacrifice a lot of time, and but I love sports,
Sure.
so probably the reward is to be able to go watch the games and be a part of the games and run the events. That's the fun part of the job. Behind the scenes, the other part is challenging parts of the scheduling and being able to get all those dot your I's and cross your T's and do all those things. Yeah, transport all the other things kind of wrap up. But when I get a chance to spend time and watch the kids do what they do,
sure,
and thrive in their athletic fields and courts and all of that. That's the fun part. Be able to support them, see the smiles on their faces, kind of them at practices, get down and this all the things that they have to do to prepare. As a coach, those are the things that I enjoy. But now, I mentioned it earlier, I could see it through a different lens from this position and really enjoy watching our coaches grow and help our teams and get prepared for each contest and each practice.
I want to ask you this. It's a lot different than when we play.
Oh, sure. Sure.
We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have social media. We didn't have all the distractions that these kids have. I give kids a ton of respect. I love kids, and sometimes I think they get a bad rap because they're kids just like we were kids. But our upbringing was a lot different than what they do too. What do you expect as the athletic director from all your athletes that represent Campbell Memorial?
I just think, we still have that kind of hard work, like blue collar, like let's get down in the middle of things and work hard. That's always been a staple here in Campbell. That's all we ask for: good character, good communication, supporting one another. The one thing I will say that that's the last couple of years has been building back since we had all that shutdown a few years back, is the support they have for each other's teams too.
Right.
We see great showing in all of our sports, and again, the small school atmosphere. That's very exciting to see, and you can see a lot of people here tonight with that too. But
the wings are going out big
there
time.
Is,
the football players.
Yes,
I see the wings.
I
see some couple chili dogs. I see
that.
I can't wait to dive into that. Stacie Cepin, YSN Nation, I'm going to say this. She is one of the best, if not the best, athletic director we have. I cannot thank you for all your support for us at YSN. We look forward. I'm thrilled to be a part. Now I can say I'm a part of Campbell Memorial every week. I wish you, the kids, the cheerleaders, all your athletic teams and your administration, nothing but the best here this year. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Soup City's doors are always open.
Soup City's doors are always open. Remember, if you see the lights on, there's a good game going down at Napick Field Memorial Stadium.
Yes.
I said it again. They're beating St. Thomas Aquinas Friday night. We're going to talk about 1-0 next week. But Stacie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you. All right.
Yep.